Ew.
Let's have a blab fest.
Rich's favorite thing to do.
A blab fest. Let's have a blab fest. Do 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 do. And we are. This is my old tripod,
Oops.
so we are trying to get it level, nice and. Ooh, that is a neat backdrop though.
The cheetah's lair.
Yeah, I was actually the idea was to get the candles behind us, but you can't even see those.
Oh.
That was the idea. That's what inspired me to make this our backdrop.
I
But,
wonder if we could put them above our bed.
I don't know.
Hi, Mary.
Hello,
Hi,
Mary. Tammy. What's up, y'all?
Stephanie.
Well, you know the deal. I didn't promise, but like I said, we're gonna do what we can to start adding chats into the routine more. And honestly, there is no plan as to, like how I had a morning routine doing it there for a while. I can't promise that, but we're gonna try to get on and have a little blab fest whenever we get the opportunity and have what little bit of energy that we have. That's the thing about doing it at night. By this time of night, we're winding down, and we're like,
yes.
So, especially you. You seem super.
Bleh.
Blah.
We said that at night. That's when our Virgo moons come out.
Oh, well, I actually wasn't really saying at night, but that is, I didn't think about that. I wasn't saying at night.
Oh, I wonder if it's because the moon, your moon, it comes out at night.
Very possibly. Didn't think about that. But I was thinking more just like any time that we're just kind of tired and irritable. Have you ever noticed that? I took notice of this, and we were talking about this earlier, because we both have Virgo moons. And I've noticed that we both run on like 90 to 95% Virgo energy when we're tired and irritated and irritable. Then that's when, because she's a Sagittarius and I'm an Aquarius. Two of some of the most bubbly, giggity, laughing and outgoing energies in the entire zodiac. But when we're tired and kind of like, no, we just, okay, I'm serious and I got a big stick shoved up my ass and I have no sense of humor and no, everything has to be done correctly and no, that thing is wrong and that's done wrong and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, when we're cranky and tired.
yeah, so yeah, that was kind of an observation that I made, so but I didn't think about it. It could happen more at night though. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe at night, like when our energy from the day is like, I know today I got done all my readings, bam. That all signs video, all my personal readings, bam, all in one swoop. So I got done early, but I paid the price for it. I was,
yeah, sleepy,
but
out of it. Because
chill.
we went to look for couches and you were like, oh yeah, because I was sitting on the couches and you're just standing there. I'm like, are you gonna sit on the couch and try it, or are you just gonna stare at me like sitting on it? Like, that was the whole point, to go sit on couches, and you just stand there. I'm like, are you gonna sit on them? You're like, oh.
Oh, the waxing. We actually ended up privating that video.
Yeah, it was a total fail.
Oh.
I think it was a fail. We totally messed it up.
I didn't really think so, because to me, like I've stated before, this channel here, aside from the fact that I do my personal readings through this channel, other than that, this channel is for fun and fun only.
I know, but like,
So
I had no idea, like, what, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like it. It was weird. It was weird.
Okay, all right. But anyway, I had somebody actually ask me in a comment today on Facebook what happened to the wax video. So, I saw it.
It was dumb. I didn't like it. I was like,
see,
delete it. You guys thought it was funny? I don't know. I guess I was like overthinking it. Taro, stop. I was like, I guess, overthinking it.
Say hello, YouTube. Say
Your
hello,
cat
YouTube.
was pooping today. The comments are flying.
Hmm?
What? Your cat was pooping.
Cat
what,
was
Mary?
pooping?
Was that Mary? What? Popping? Our cat was popping. What do you mean? Pooping? Popping? Taro, they saying hi to you.
Tara.
Your chat was popping.
Oh, chat.
Oh,
Okay.
I was
okay.
like, I hope you couldn't hear the cat pooping in the background. That's awkward as hell. That's my baby. My baby.
But anyway, Yeah, today was a good
Let's see
chat.
if he goes on my back.
At one point, I had 1,100 people watching. I'm like, damn, bro.
This is what he
Damn.
does.
1,100 people tuned in and listened to my big mouth.
Well,
I'll look at your new cat scarf there.
I know. He doesn't care right now.
He ain't having it. Anyway, what we were talking about, though, was today what we went out and did was
Hi,
we were doing a little
Deanna.
bit of furniture shopping because we are going to be moving, okay? So a new couch. We definitely need a new comfy couch. So
And we found one. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's like a nice big sectional one. Sexual one. Sectional.
sectional.
It's a sectional.
That's a sexual sectional.
Can you say sectional without saying sex? That's like you can't say happiness without penis. Have you heard that one?
Yeah. Yeah, goofball, you and your
It's a
sexual jokes.
sectional. How are you? Wait, how are you? Am I saying it wrong?
Sectional.
Sectional. Am I saying it right? Is it
Yes.
really that? Because I'm like, am I
Sectional.
saying it wrong?
Section.
Sectional.
We are tired.
I don't even know English anymore.
We are super tired. Maybe we ought to. I mean, we've done quite a few evening chats here lately when we're both kind of like, but yeah, forgive us for the using our last little bit of energy for the evening.
We're fine. I lit all the candles in the house. I am zen.
Oh yeah, ain't letting up. Oh, that's right. The other day when I went to the Kratom store, I meant one of the main reasons why I actually went
Oh,
there
the incense.
was to get some incense, and I forgot. I wanted to get the rain. I want to get a few of each.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of over those Indian ones.
It's good to have variety. I want to get a little bit of each one.
We need
Need some serious sleep.
I feel like your watch keeps waking me up.
You told me to set the alarm.
That was like a week ago,
Okay.
and he keeps it on.
I turned it off. You said
I
you
know.
wanted to start getting up at that time from now on. So that's
I know,
what
but
did.
after vacation, I'm like, I need to like sleep. I need to sleep in day. Oh no, I kind of slept in like the other day. I slept in for like till like noon. Well, I didn't sleep. I was being lazy and didn't get out of bed. Huh? Till like noon.
Yeah. Yup. So, thank you for your readings. Well, thank you, Jessica. Feeling 2020 is going to be much better.
2020 is about to be crazy.
No, I haven't really made any resolutions. Not really. The thing about it is you have to really pay close attention to what you're telling the universe when you make those New Year's resolutions. A lot of people, actually most people, as a matter of fact, are casting negative intentions when they're doing that. Don't even realize it. That's the thing about learning the law of attraction is you have to actually pay attention to how you communicate with the universe. And one of the things that you cannot do, I tell this, I just posted this on Facebook. You cannot talk shit about the year you're in now. That's what everybody does. They talk shit about the year they're in and expect that to carve out a positive energetic pathway moving forward. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Simply is not going to happen.
You guys call each other the double D's. Is that for Donna and Deanna? Wow, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just laughing at their comments.
But anyway, though, I wouldn't, not to say that you're going to do that, but if you want to make sure that 2020 is a good year, you have to make sure you assign 2019 a positive meaning. I mean, people do this. You said watch people do this all the time. They want to talk shit about the year they're in and the year they just had and expect that to carve out a positive pathway moving forward. No. You're carving out a negative pathway. You're carving out a negative energetic pathway if you do that. So.
He said, nah.
Anyway, I'm thirsty. I'm going to get a bottle of water.
What's everybody's New Year's resolutions? I don't have any personally either.
No.
I'm too busy to think of any.
I totally trailed off and was just blabbing. Point of it is no, I don't think we have any. The main thing that we're doing is practicing gratitude for everything we experienced this past year, right? That's what I'm doing.
I'm leaving 2019 in 2019. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm practicing gratitude for everything that I learned in 2019 because it's going to help me when I experience challenges in 2020, which I will.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just obvious. I don't think you have to give it, like, a meaning. I just think that's obvious.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
that's just me though. You
When I
can
say
do
a
that.
meaning, what I mean is either positive or negative. You either assign it a good meaning or you assign it a
Oh.
bad meaning.
Yeah.
So again, that's what
Well,
most
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what most people do. All they want to do is talk about the past year and be like, "Oh, fuck that year. That was the worst year of my life."
How come whenever you say that, you do the exact same like character?
Because that's exactly how it makes me feel when I hear people do that. Like,
You always do the same character. With your little two fingers.
well, you ought to, that ought to. If
Wait,
I,
do it again. Do it again. Do
if
it
I
again.
do that every time,
Do
that,
it again. Oh, did you do it with your hands?
I'm not in the moment. I can't like do it on command. But that's how I feel when people do that. And it's like, you dinglebat. That's not going to create a positive year next year. Talking shit about the past is not going to create a positive future.
Oh, I have an idea.
So you get back what you put in. Whatever you send out comes back. So if you're sending out negativity about last year, negativity is going to come back to you in the future. It's just all there is to it. It's very simple.
I have an idea.
Ooey shooey
yeah.
dooey looey. Hey, I like it. I'm used to the light beaming in my face. Bam! Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit of like the 10. Is that better?
2020, I want to learn more about the law of attraction. Do I have any recommendations on where to educate yourself? It's hard to say nowadays. You just have to start researching. I started off with Bob Proctor, listening to Bob Proctor, and moved on to pretty much anyone and everyone I could possibly listen to from that point. But I ended up going to the School of Thought Mechanics and learning, taking mind mastery courses is what I ended up doing. It was the last thing that I did. But I am, and I know I keep saying this, I'm about to just quit talking about it because the more I talk about it, the more it's fucking it up. But there will be more law of attraction videos on my main channel coming at some point in the future. And there will be coaching. I will be doing coaching because a lot of people come to me asking for coaching courses. And we're working on it, everything. But as far as where to start, just start where you're at. Just put out the intention that you want to learn more about it. And if you listen, you have to have eyes to see and ears to hear. You have to pay close attention. Your universe will show you who you need to follow. It will happen. You'll feel that intuitive nudge as to where you need to go. So, yep. It's pretty fun. I think it's a fun journey. Now, we're not all like you and weren't born naturally manifesting. But I mean, that's the thing, you know. It's not everybody needs to turn
Not
to...
everybody can be great like me.
No, not everybody needs to... No, seriously, though. Some people who don't believe in law of attraction are like, well, I already manifested. I didn't do all that manifesting. It's because law of attraction isn't something you start doing. Law of attraction is a universal law that's been working this whole time. What you do is, if you find that you are manifesting things that you do not like, you figure out how the system works and you change your mechanism. Some people don't need to change the mechanism. Some people do it naturally. Most of us, though, like me, I had to go learn what my mechanism was doing wrong, learn how it works, and learn what to rewire in there to attract things that I do like. That's all it is.
Yeah, we were talking. I was telling him my new, like, secret manifestation. Well, it's not a secret. I don't really know how to word it yet. My unconscious manifestation. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That I've been doing lately is thinking in my head that $100 bills are going to be like $1 bills. Like, I just I just know it. Like, one of these days, like, I'm gonna see a $100 bill, like a $1 bill. And I don't know why. I'm like, I just
already
know.
getting close.
I know,
like,
but
it's not that hard to like.
I know, but like, still.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, you see, you're already pre-wired because all you're doing is changing your default setting. Most people have absolutely no idea that they run on a paradigm. You run like your subconscious mind is like a computer program. It's running and you don't even realize it. Your subconscious thoughts, your subconscious actions, every little thing you do, every little move you make runs on autopilot and you don't even realize that it's happening, first off. And second off, even when you do realize it, you don't realize exactly what the default setting is. And you already have, well, of course, too, she was raised by her, well, your mom is real spiritual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and my grandma.
Yeah, so she was kind of brought up with it, and
But
I was not.
There's a lot that they still aren't like my grandma, she first started getting into it when my mom was like already I think like in her 20s or something like that. So my mom wasn't like brought up with it, but then it was introduced to my mom when she was like, I think, younger, before I was born. So I was brought up like growing up, getting planted the seeds and whatnot. So it wasn't like, mastered, perfected by the time it got to me. It was just still like being introduced into the family.
No,
so it was still more than, like any
yeah,
average Joe would probably have.
Just being exposed to it in any way, shape, form, or fashion, as opposed to somebody like me. I was raised extremely indoctrinated in a Christian household. I was brought up real hardcore, Jesus, Bible thumping Christian household is how I was brought up. And that became my default setting, and I still, to this day, depending on how hardwired your paradigm is, I still to this day kind of catch myself wanting to not really do it anymore, but still kind of leaning towards praying to an external source. Because that's what we're, and really, to be honest with you, I think that even some of the most, like people on the furthest along down the spiritual path, still view the universe as something separate from them. And that's the biggest mistake. Because we think, much like praying to God or to Jesus or whoever it is you pray to, like it's something out there somewhere, and you can talk to it just like I can talk to you. Like if I say, hey, Leah, pass me that drink. Okay, you grab the drink, you pass it to me. Simple. I asked you for the drink, and got the fill, and that's not, it doesn't work like that. We think we can talk to the universe like that, and that's not the way it works at all. At all. If that's the way it worked, then basically I would never get anything I asked for. Because what I'm vibrating at in order to ask you for the drink is I don't have the drink. That's what I'm vibrating at. I don't have the drink. That's what is inspiring me to ask you for the drink. And the universe responds to the initial vibration. It plays whatever game with you, you are playing with it in the moment. That's the hard thing to realize, what game you're playing. Because like I use this in my personal readings all the time. If you are pursuing love and chasing down a lover, the universe is going to keep the lover running from you. Because you're telling the universe you enjoy chasing down the lover. You enjoy pursuing love. If you're searching to find the right person to fulfill your needs, the universe is going to keep that person hidden from you because that's the game you're playing with it. So it's going to play that game right back with you. And that's just the way it works with everything. It's instantaneous. The universe is you. You are the universe. So whatever you are conscious, whatever you're doing, the universe is doing it right back with you. And a lot of people, when it comes to people like me, they want to say, well, then what about this, blah, 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 blah. That's not me. That's you. That's up to you to figure out. That's what everybody wants to do. Well, then what? How do you explain this then? That's not for me to figure out. That's for you to figure out. I told you how the mechanism works. I give you the tools and the guidance. It's up to you to take the tools and work on your own vehicle. See what I'm saying? That's how you do. You don't sit down and ask yourself, the longer you sit and ponder how legitimate it is, the longer you're just waiting to actually figure out how it works and perfect it. You got the tools, you figure out how it works. Now sit down and ask yourself, how did I manifest that? So, here comes Spare with his baby. Bloobity blue. And even the most, the most well-renowned spiritual gurus, law of attraction coaches, still have to do it every single day. Oh, I still have to. Anytime something happens that I don't find favorable, like anytime something negative happens or a negative experience, I always have to stop and ask myself, okay, how did I manifest that? Every time. We all still do it to this day. It becomes a lifestyle. It's not something you just flip a magic switch and then all of a sudden your wishes are granted and everything just goes back to normal. That's not the way it works. It's a lifestyle change. It's a change. You change the way you think and the way you perceive life, period, and everything in life, every aspect of life. It's a complete and total paradigm shift. You shift who you are as a person. Like Joe Dispenza says, a lot of people try to create a new personal reality with the same personality, and it doesn't work. You have to become someone else. And that's all there is to it.
He's trying to take it from you.
That's cool. He's playing.
This first pair, he puts this big old long string in his mouth with the stick, and he carries it around the house with this little ball in his mouth. It's so funny.
Look at the butt wiggling. Did you see that?
Yeah. Little wiggle butt.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Well, damn, we're here to chat with the peoples, and we're here bugging the cats. Here.
No, cats are bugging us.
Bonk, 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 bonk. Ah, Dolores Cannon books did I get? Oh shit, what books were they?
What Dolores did I get for Christmas? How do you know I got some for? Oh, yours.
We talked about that. Yeah.
Oh, I got one for Christmas too from my mom.
Oh, you did, didn't you? That's badass.
Yeah, I'll show you which ones we got. Move your butt.
My butt. Biggity biggity butt. Boom 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 boom. When are we moving? Next week. It won't affect anything though. Do I have New Year's Eve plans? No. Nope.
Wait, don't you? Do you have some of the books in your drawer?
Probably my bottom drawer down there. Yeah. Do I keep in touch with Tina? No, I haven't heard from Tina in a minute. I haven't.
I don't know what you did with them. You lost
They
them.
should be in the what?
Oh, there they are.
Whoa! Damn it.
First pair?
Yes.
Well, I saw that coming. We got these books. We got the 3 Waves of Volunteers and the New Earth. We got the Search for Hidden Sacred Knowledge. I haven't read those yet. Oh, this is the one my mom got me. The Keepers of the Garden.
That one I've never heard of.
Really? I know what that one's about. And then Between Death and Life. That's what I'm reading right now. I'm like almost halfway through it. It's pretty interesting.
Boom.
Why is that so bright?
Because it's further away, so they can't knock it over.
This one's your favorite? Yeah, it's
Jenny.
pretty, like, intense, bro.
So what's some of the coolest things you're learning now? So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I think it's so fucking awesome to be with somebody who's like, you know, because like I've been with women in the past where it's kind of like I try to get them into what I'm doing, and they're like, I don't really follow. Like their brain just can't process it, and like I don't even have to say anything. I don't have to ask her. I don't have to try to push any information on her. She's already like into it and researching and learning stuff on her own.
Well, like,
you know?
I've always, like, been into it. I just never, I've always had questions, but I never knew where to find the answers or, like, you know, or, like, really what questions to ask, but I knew, like, I wanted to, like, learn more, so, yeah, since you always had troubles answering them, then, like, the book is helping me. I haven't read it in a while, though, because we've been gone and stuff, but...
Well, it's not that I do have trouble answering it mainly because not only do I spill a lot of knowledge for a living all day, every day and go on really long tangents, you know, but there's some of the questions you ask me, I can't just give you a short summarized answer because then I already know, well, then explain this. So I explain it, but then I would have to sit down and break it down, and it would take like a half hour, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour to sit and explain this, to explain this.
Talk nonstop for an hour? Or
I would have to sit, and it would just like, sometimes you'll ask a question that I'm sitting here thinking like, dude, in order to like really convey this in a way that you could understand it, I can't just answer that question. I would have to break down and explain all these other concepts first. So I'm just like, I don't know how to answer that right now, you know?
Well, like that book, the Between Death and Life, I'm just learning a lot about like the other side and basically how, like you say, like it's just basically a game and we just come here and try to get things right, or we're trying to learn some, like, experience, or, you know, stuff like that. So
yeah, that's the hardest part for people, is to be able to, well, I don't know, there's a lot of some of that's one of the things I've been doing kind of under the radar for the past 5 years or so, is I've been coming up with a list in my mind of some of the biggest roadblocks that people have on the spiritual path. Okay, because you see people going down the awakening path, and there's certain hang-ups, you know, and some of the hang-ups are more popular than others, but either way, all of those hang-ups, everybody has to go through them, such as the fact that this is a game. Mm-hmm. And that one's a really big hang-up for a lot of fucking people, because this life and the things that happen in it, even the most horrible, terrible things that happen in this life, from a universal perspective, aren't really all that terrible. It's just an experience in the game. Much like you sitting down and playing a video game where terrible things are happening in the video game, but from your perspective, that's an interesting game to play.
Like when we were playing Grand Theft Auto last night, and our dude, we're making him run up that mountain.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, come on, you can do it. It's not even that bad, because we're not the ones like in the actual body doing it. And what did you say? You're like, that's probably what our
higher selves are thinking about us.
Yeah, like, oh, come on, you can get through, you fucking pussy.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there who get hung up on like the horrible side of the experience and cannot detach themselves from some of the bad things that are happening on this planet, and understand that those entities came there to experience that and play the game that they wanted to play. You know, there's so many people that cannot, they just can't. They cannot pop away from it. You know, you see all the horrible things that are happening, especially things that are happening that are nowhere near you or your life, or have, you know, things happening on the other side of the planet. And I get it. There are some very horrible, but I promise you, those entities who are experiencing that came here to experience that. And people are like, well, why would they come here to experience? Who would want to come experience blah, blah, blah? Dude.
Because they're trying, like, even in that book, it says, like, they want to feel, like, pain, or they want to feel like they want to push through it, or they want to just become, like, I forget what I was reading there, but they're like, oh, I should have stayed, like, I should have, like, pushed harder or something. They're like, oh, I gotta go back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, I gotta try this again. I fucked this up. Okay. Then you gotta go back again to just, like, you know, I don't know. It's just like to really push yourself. So sometimes if you are going through something hard, maybe it's just like you planned that shit and you just gotta push through it, because else you gotta come back and do it all over again. So you might as well fucking do it now.
But it's not just that. It's just that people always ask, why would anybody come here to experience such horrible things, you know?
That's what you chose.
Because, on the other side, dude, we are human. Human is nothing like what we are at our source. This is so different than what we really are. It looks like something interesting to experience. It's just like saying, why would anybody pick up a video game and play that violent or that scary or who? Okay, here's one of the things that I always ask people. Those of you, I don't know if anybody who actually met me at the meet and greet are here in the chat room, but somebody asked me that in real life one time when I had a meet and greet with fans in Salt Lake City. So why would people come to, and I said, okay, well, have you ever put in a movie that made you cry, or made you scared, or made you feel some type of, you know, you get wrapped up in the drama and in the negative experience or whatever? Because on the other side, there is no positive and negative. It's all experience, okay? But have you ever intentionally, this is just a good example of what we do at our source. This is just our nature as creative beings. You intentionally focus your attention on this movie that's like sad or scary or something like that, simply to focus your attention on it, because that's just what we like to do. We like to focus our attention on a set of circumstances to get involved in the drama. That's just what we do at our source. That's our nature. It's just what we do. So of course our higher self is going to see all these opportunities for these crazy, wild experiences and be like, dude, I want to go try that, you know? It's simple. It's a game, dude. And that's not to downplay anybody's mission here in this game, but that's just to help it be a little bit easier to navigate through and understand why some of the things are happening the way they're happening, you know?
Yeah, I think you have to get that through your head first before you can start, like, seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm, like, kind of out of it. I'm tired.
You're good, baby.
My words are getting from my brain out my mouth a little bit slower.
It has been.
I'm not a hot firecracker today.
Yeah, it has been kind of a long day. It really has. I'm sitting here like. So anywho, let's see if we can respond to some cool comments. Jenny says it's mind-blowing. Had a contract to experience challenges you very well could have. Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of people signed very difficult contracts before they got here. Lots of beings did that. Absolutely. Planning a trip to an amusement park. Fuck yeah, there's a good example. It's a very good example. Planning a trip to an amusement park. Or even one better. Intentionally climbing the Mount Everest. You know, you think people go climb Mount Everest because they think it's going to be fun and rainbows and unicorn farts? No. They know how dangerous of an experience that is, you know?
Yeah.
They go do that for the thrill, for the challenge, because they know they might not survive. They know that it's going to be a bitch, you know? And if a helicopter comes and tries to help them, they're going to be like, no, fuck off, dude. I'm climbing this mountain. What are you doing? Don't you see? I'm trying to do something here. And that's another thing. A lot of people, they try to go and help people who are struggling, and the people like tell them to fuck off and spit in their face and fight against them. And it's like, people get so wrapped up and upset at their help being turned down. That's what that being came here to experience. You're interrupting their game. You're interrupting their game. If this person wants to experience poverty and sickness and homelessness and all these horrible things, and you try to help them and they spit in your face, it's because that's what that being wants to experience. Leave their game alone. They know what they're doing. They're creative beings just like you. They're gods. They're creative entities that came here to experience something just like you did. And don't interrupt that and get in the way of their game. If you can help, help. If they don't want it, then don't force it on them. You know? So, anywho, though, you look like you're about ready to wind down for the night, huh?
No.
No?
I'm just listening to you talk.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm tired, but I'm not going to interrupt you.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie, baby.
Erky dirky.
But you hear me sit and do this all fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
All fucking day, dude. I get tired of hearing myself talk, for real. I do. I get so tired of my own voice sometimes, like when I do readings and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You get tired of hearing me?
Yeah. I do.
Well, damn, man. When we're moving, it's still going to be...
Your loud ass is still going to be in the living room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh.
Believe it or not, I actually learn a lot still, even just hearing you do personal readings. I'm like, oh, okay. And then, you know, I take my little mental notes, and then afterwards, I'll even ask you sometimes, like, so does that mean blah, 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 blah? Or, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. It still helps me think about things differently. But it's kind of cool, like, you're, like, still someone, like, I look up to and stuff.
Oh, really? Well, that's cool, because a lot of times I think you'll ask me questions like that, like just when we're out and about in everyday life. And at the time, sometimes the answer doesn't all the way come to me, because it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm more kind of interested in what we're doing, you know, and if we're at the store shopping around, it's kind of hard for me to, like, tune out what we're doing. But when I'm reading and open mode to receive the message, you know, and that's when it just dumps out of my mouth, you know. I don't have anything else to concentrate on or nothing else to, you know. So, yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, I still take your advice that you give other people. Like, it's still, like, good knowledge and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon. Dolores
I
Cannon talks
raped
about
him.
soul contracts. Yeah. Dolores Cannon's cool. I wish she was my granny. No, we didn't get a house. Not yet. Not yet. That's gonna be a. It's gonna be a big one. That's gonna be a big move.
I think we need to wait on that. Something's telling me to wait. Well, we don't have a choice right now, but
We'll fill you all more in on the details later.
you guys are gonna find out in like a couple days what's going on.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're not hiding nothing.
What? 3 more days? 4 more days?
Sometime next week. Sometime in this next week, we'll break it down and tell you all the whole scoop.
Oh, Mary said my stepdad looks like you.
Oh.
You guys are weird, okay? You
Right.
guys say we look alike, and now he looks like my stepdad. Okay, this is some incest triangle shit going on here. What are you guys trying to say?
So many people try to say that me and her look alike, and we're like, what?
Yeah, I don't see that at all.
Now we got all these people saying that me and Jim look alike, and we're like, what? Okay. But her stepdad loved my 1111 hat that Case from Everyday Masters gave to me. He told me and Leah, he said, hey, why don't y'all pick out a hat, and which one you want and whatever color you want, and I'll send it to you. I'll gift it to you. I was like, hell yeah, man. I've been looking up to Everyday Masters. Has been like, I was a fan of him before my YouTube channel. He's one of the people that helped inspire me to make that YouTube channel. Because of all the YouTube channels I've made throughout my life that failed and were just horrible, I gave up on ever being successful doing YouTube. And this channel, before I started reading tarot on it, not this one, but the one my readings are on, was the first channel I had made in probably 4 or 5 years. Maybe 2 or 3. This is the first channel I'd made in a while. And he's one of the people that helped inspire me to like get out and start making videos and shit. And anyway, though, he gifted us those 1111 hats. That's what we picked out. And her stepdad, Jim, kept saying, man, I love that 1111 hat. I love that 1111 hat.
And he's like, not even like, I don't know. I think he's skeptical. Like, I think well, obviously my mom is his wife and she believes in like the same stuff we do. So he was raised Seventh-day Adventist or something like that. Sure. And they like super hardcore, like in the church and like everything. So him kind of like trying to like get other opinions and stuff. Like it doesn't seem like he's totally against it, but he does have a lot of questions and he does seem kind of skeptical. But just him even just getting that 1111 hat is like, I think that's kind of cool.
He's allowing his box of beliefs to stretch out.
Yeah.
Unlike old boy today, check this out. When we were furniture shopping.
Oh yeah, everywhere we go, we're always like, what do you think their sign is? And we try to guess people's signs.
Our life consists of a bubble of Aquarians, Sagittarians, and Geminis.
Yeah.
Just our life is a bubble full of Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Geminis.
Yeah.
And that's it. Anyway, though, we're sitting here, we're cutting it up with the sales dude at the furniture store. He goes off to talk to some customers, and we're like, what do you think his sign is? And first we're like, water? No, you'd be able to tell if it was water. Because I was thinking that too, but then I started thinking, with a water sign, the easiest way to guess that they're water signs is their methods of persuasion. A salesperson, pay attention, it's really easy, okay? Because obviously they're persuading you. And if their method of persuasion tugs at your heart, you don't even know exactly why. But a water sign, you can always tell because you'll feel this sensation out of nowhere, just like, oh, you poor thing.
Like, oh, I'm trying to get my sales. I'm almost there.
Yeah,
like,
something.
You know, like.
But I was like, no, I don't feel that at all. I feel all psychological stimulation. So I said, he's an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Anyway.
And I was like, oh, probably Gemini, because he is a bigger.
Yeah. Well, anyway, here's the funny part, though. We finally say, so what's your sign? And this is how he responded to the question. He said, okay. Before I answer that question, I am going to let you know that I don't buy into any of that sign
Like,
stuff.
it's a huge fucking deal. Like, I've asked people their signs like a million times my whole life. And
Yeah.
I've never gotten that kind of reaction. Like,
Right.
we have to make rules before you tell me your sign.
Right.
Like, bro, just tell me your birthday then if it's
Like-
gonna hurt you. He wouldn't even tell us. He said at first, he said, oh, I was born June, the end of June or something.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, okay, you're a Gemini. And then
But
Yeah.
it was just so funny how we were talking to this dude for a while. He is full of all kinds of random knowledge and cool things to talk about. You know, when it comes to a bunch of different subjects. But once we brought astrology into the picture, he pretty much said, I do not allow any information in that would threaten my little bitty box of beliefs.
Well, in other terms, he basically said that. Like,
yeah,
he
basically.
He's grown up a hardcore Christian,
Mhm.
and I think so I guess like all his brothers, they're all Geminis. So I think what got in his head was that they're all different people. So I'm guessing he made this decision at a very young age that it's a bunch of BS because him and all his brothers don't act the same.
Yeah.
So
I said, let me ask you this, and this is what I always say. This is my rebuttal, because I don't argue with anybody who doesn't want to believe it, but this is my rebuttal, my go-to rebuttal. You can see and measure the effects that the sun and the moon have on the earth. Okay? You can see and measure and feel the effects, the changes that the position of the sun and the earth have on the planet. You don't think that can have an influence on this little 3-pound gelatinous mass?
Like, he didn't even let you get that out of your mouth.
Right. It was like he's not allowing in any information that would threaten his little box of Christian beliefs.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden this wall, and it was like kind of awkward for him.
Yeah,
and I like tap you. I was like, just stop.
And he's saying, so if everybody born in December is all supposed to be the same, right? And I said, no. If you play a song, is everybody going to dance the same dance to it? No. If you give 3 different people each a pint of whiskey, are they all going to act the same? No. Your sign is an energy that influences you. It's an influencing energy. Dude was not having it, dude. Was not having it. He said, I grew up in a real Christian household. That's when you tapped me. And I was like,
because I'm like, no, there's no point. Like, just let people believe what they want. Like, I'm not a pushy person. Like, if you feel a certain way about something, I'm not going to push anything on you. Like, just let it be and whatever.
Mm-hmm. My thing, I don't think so. My thing is, though, like, there's a lot of things that I don't buy into as well. Or things that I just, no. But if you start talking to me, I'm going to take in what you have to say. And either
not be rude.
Process through it and either, it's bullshit, I don't care about that, and chuck it. Or maybe I'll think about that and I'll store it away later. I'm really not interested right now. But I've never, ever just,
been shut
hang
down.
on. Before this conversation continues, allow me to put up my shield.
I wonder what his moon sign was.
I don't know. Good question. I don't know. That's just crazy, though. I just thought that was kind of
He has
wild.
to have some type of earth.
Oh,
I bet you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But we were comparing him to her stepdad, who also is very similarly like religious and is kind of skeptical about those things. But you can tell, and that's why I said I planted a seed in that dude's mind today. It's going to grow later, and if he chooses to chop the tree down that grows out of it, then okay. But you can tell Jim is allowing, it may be uncomfortable, because when new information comes in that expands your consciousness, it's uncomfortable, especially if new information comes in that threatens your belief systems, okay, which is the day and age we're in, okay? The old systems and the old religions and old everything's being torn apart. And boy, people don't like that. Your belief systems are your comfort zone. That shit keeps you safe,
Thank you.
But at least he's a Gemini too. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Maybe when this dude's at an older age, he'll be like, okay, well, let me allow some new information in. Stretch out the box walls just a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? I think it probably depends on his moon sign. That's what I think. But I think he just, like I said, I think he made it up in his head at a young age that, it's a bunch of bullcrap. Because he's brought up around a bunch of the same sign. And never really, learned and, learned about it. He just assumed. But whatever.
I don't know. I think there's a deeper story to it than that, because he acted way too threatened. Way too guarded. You don't guard yourself that heavily.
Probably because I was wearing this.
Oh, yeah, she had her pinnacle on. Yeah. I didn't
He
even...
probably thought I was like some devil worshiper. He's like, let me say right now, no devil shit here. It's not devil.
Yeah.
It's spiritual.
People are afraid of the unknown. Yeah. And I get it. But let's say, for example, somebody came to me and said, all right, I have right here information that will completely debunk what you believe. Okay, sweet. Let me see what it is. I will sit and listen to everything you have to say. And if it's legitimate enough, it may be extremely fucking uncomfortable, but I'll process through that and see what I can do with it. But you can tell there's something deeper when somebody immediately goes into defense mode like that. That was immediate defenses. Like, you know?
It was
I don't know.
weird.
I don't know. It was weird. Anywho, though. Anywho. Yeah, that dude did seem young. What would you say he was maybe...
I couldn't tell with all those pubes on his face.
She hates beards. This dude had a beard. But
Yeah, but like these type of beards with like, it looks like someone shaved off someone's pubes and then put Gorilla Glue on your face and flung the pubes on the cheeks and the chin and everywhere, and then just little patches of it stuck, and then it's like all super curly and just like what, you know how they look like they're fried a little bit, like the hard ones? It's just ugh. Like, why would you want that on your face?
But anyway, I would think he was probably about 25, something like that.
25?
Yeah, he seemed kind of young. Dude seemed kind of young. Did you notice he had a dip in his lip?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's spitting it out right in front of us in his water bottle.
Oh, I didn't see him spit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't notice him spit.
Okay. Well, he's like sitting there talking about how they're like, oh, we are the best and blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. That looks real professional,
We
buddy.
are the best furniture store in town.
We got the best.
Hey, they did have a really cool sectional, though.
We got a pretty good price on that.
Yeah, what is it, 1,600?
Yeah, and like all the other ones we looked at were like almost like 3,000 for that.
Oh, man, all the other ones suck, dude.
Every time we'd sit on a couch, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. It was like sitting on a cardboard.
Because he was sitting there saying, yeah, well, you get more life out of a...
Oh,
You
switch over. Look who's back there.
Oh.
Move your chair. Oh, you're he's so cute.
But he was saying, yeah, you get more life out of a firm cushion like this, you know, like a rock-hard brick cushion. They last longer. Well, yeah, nobody wants to sit on it, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, I already like made up my mind. I know what I want. I want this one. He's like, well, what about this one?
Why was he trying to persuade us to buy a cheaper sectional, though? That's what I didn't understand.
It was cheaper?
Yeah, that second one he took us over to was only $1,400 on the tag.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Either way, though, it's still cool. It's nice and it's bigger. And if we look over there, it'll take up and we'll still have plenty of room with that big motherfucker, dude.
I know. I'm thinking that we can either put it like
Because the living room
like this way and then like that, and then we put like a TV over there, like in the corner or something.
Got to think it's going to be a mirror image too. By the way, we're just changing units.
Oh no!
What?
That might mess up everything.
How?
If it's a mirror image, that means the couch is going to be the wrong way. I was envisioning it in this way in this living room. Not a mirror image.
It's not going to mess anything up, though.
Yeah, because that one piece that comes out like this, the long one. You know, with the legs?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
By the way, we're just changing units in the same complex is all we're doing.
No.
We're upgrading. We're upgrading units.
That's gonna change everything. Plot twist. Oh, my brain.
How is that?
I'm so upset right now. I wish I would have thought that way.
How is that going to change everything? Just imagine this is the living room right here. Just imagine that. And our window is right there. How, I don't know.
Because then that long piece.
The long piece is just going to go somewhere else then.
But I wanted it in a certain spot. My Virgo moon is not happy. You can't. I'll explain it to
Okay,
you
I
when
mean,
I show you.
I
it in
totally
real
get.
life.
Okay, fine, I get that it's not going to be quite as how you had the picture in your hand. But how is that going to mess it up? How is it like? Okay, well, let's just do something new with it then. Let's create a new idea then. Let's just.
Because okay, it's gonna go like this and stick out like not right. I can't even explain it to you because I don't have like
Well,
the brain
okay, well,
power.
why does it have to be in that certain corner? Why can't it be in a different corner? You just.
Because it's not gonna fit anymore because of the angle of it. It's only gonna be a certain way.
It's gonna be fine. You're tripping, baby. You are tripping. See, okay, all right. They're probably like, what the hell are they talking about? Okay, we're changing apartments. We're changing units. We are going right across the parking lot into a different apartment, and it's going to be the same layout, only in mirror image. It's going to be a mirror image layout of the one that we're in.
Watch, I'll draw it out for you and explain.
Instead of our living room being there, it's going to be there. See what I'm saying?
Let me show you what I mean.
So when we were furniture shopping today, and I probably should have said something too.
You should have said something.
But I kind of figured you were already thinking.
No.
Anyway,
I'm
so
gonna draw it out what I'm talking about.
we're furniture shopping, and she's basically like
Okay.
imagining it's going to be like this here, which I still don't understand how that's going to mess things up, baby.
Okay, so this is our living room now. Okay, this is the new living room, and this is our living room now. Okay. If we bought the sectional that goes like this, that's that long piece where you put your leg, and it wraps around like that. Oh wait, no, I fucked it up. I can't think. I don't remember now.
Okay, look, baby.
Oh yeah. It goes like the letter L. Like fuck that. Okay. So if it goes like that, okay. How are we gonna fit that in here and make it look good?
Just put it in the other corner. Look, there's an even amount of space.
Am I
next
having
to
a
each
blonde
window.
moment? Or
There's an even amount of space on each side of the window there. And each opposing wall here on either side is the same.
It like this.
Is there going to be a fireplace in that new one, I wonder? It doesn't matter.
What if the fireplace? Oh, I didn't even think about that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, baby. It doesn't matter. It's going against that wall, right? No. And it's either going to go against...
okay. I think I just had a blonde moment.
Okay. Are you good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't look at my drawing.
You're okay, baby.
Oh.
Anywho, though.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It's all good. It's all good. Either way, though.
I'm still kind of stressed, though. No lie. Because I haven't seen another place. But that's like how it was in here. We never saw this. And I wonder if this little island thing's going to be right here, too. I don't like this thing. I'm over it. I want to get rid of it. And the new one. I hope the new one doesn't have that. Did you see it when you peeked in there?
I didn't peek in there. It was nighttime, first of all, so I couldn't see in there even if I wanted to. But I didn't peek in. I just walked up to it close enough to be able to see that when you walked up to that door,
bye, Alice.
The kitchen window, as opposed to being to the left of the door like ours is to the right of the door. So when you're standing walking in,
my brain isn't ready.
The kitchen's on the right instead of the left, like it is right here.
Free peanuts. The tap room? What's a tap room? Whatevs. Anyways, we'll see. It's just like, taking a risk.
In the last two sections I had, the loungers had to be on a certain side.
See? Sorry. It's okay. I'm just not going to stress about it. It'll work out.
Yeah, it's...
Because he asked us, he's like, oh, are you sure you want it this way? Like, because you could get it a different way, the other way.
Okay, well, it hasn't been ordered yet, has it?
Yeah.
And it's just going to have to go in the other corner then, is all there is to it.
All right.
I mean, it's not that big of a
right.
deal, baby.
I know, I think I'm just tired and overthinking it.
I mean, even here, we have had the couch almost everywhere moved around in this living room you could possibly think.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah.
I'm
My
sure
only
that
thing is,
counts.
and that sectional's big enough though. If we're gonna have a big old comfy couch in the living room, I want to put a TV in the living room.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Like, instead of like where that tapestry is, we'll put a TV up there or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're getting all candid talking behind the scenes shit here with everybody. Leah and Rich, thanks for the shout out.
Oh, she's only giving me the
Oh,
ball.
okay.
Yes, thank you for it. I haven't blown it up yet. I'll probably wait until we get into the new place because, you know, it'll probably be easier to transport in a box than me walking around with a ball.
Yep.
My clumsy ass will roll down the stairs and it'll go with me, and then I'm, you know, you get the idea.
You're a goofball, baby, baby. Anywho, though.
Like when we first moved in here and I would lose my sandal coming up the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it would go down in the crack down into the downstairs. Every time we'd go up our stairs coming into the apartment.
Use crystal boards to manifest? No, I don't use tools to manifest. We use crystals for, I wouldn't call it manifesting. We use crystals just more for enhancement. But no, I manifest with my mind, basically.
A love sack.
Love sack, la la love sack.
Ball sack, ball sack.
Goofball, baby. Love sack. This is the beanbag company. Oh. Check with your salesperson, see if he can be switched.
Oh, well. I like taking risks.
Yeah. Oh, let's just go peep the place out first, and then...
Tomorrow we'll probably know more. Oh, my gosh. I'm so overwhelmed. We have so much going on. I cannot wait. Just a week from today.
Yeah, this next week's going to
so
be
different.
rough, y'all. This next week's going to be rough.
Ah! I just want to scream into a pillow. Nervous.
Hey, we
scared,
got our
anxious.
lounge time to sit on our ass and just be lazy and make money and live like rock stars. Now time to get down to business. Make some waves. Do some important shit. So, no plans for New Year's Eve, no. No.
Probably sleeping.
Yeah.
Do I cook with my new pots and pans? Yes. I actually cooked a little. What is that? Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me.
What?
He's getting in the cabinet. It's like this creepy, like squeaking sound from our cabinet doors opening in the bathroom. The cats are getting in there. All I hear is a little like a
What are you
creepy
doing?
ass, like scary movie creepy.
Spare. He's learning how to open up cabinet doors.
Oh my god, scared me.
Spare. Come here.
I thought there was a freaking ghost in the house. Jesus.
What you doing, boy?
Anyways, I've made some stuff, but I'm trying to do like crock pot things right now.
Yeah. Dude, she made some of the bombest ass Mexican casserole, but to me
It's
just
like chili.
yeah, it's like chili.
It's spicy.
But it's very different chili. We made it with I don't know.
Really good.
Enchilada sauce. It tastes like chili to me.
It's
Dude.
really good.
But yeah. You could probably take that to a chili eating contest and nobody would know the difference. They'd be like, what the fuck kind of chili is that, bro?
Mm-hmm. It's really good. I was like surprised with myself. Oh, we look exhausted. You know what? We're so tired of people telling us.
Yeah.
We're tired of people. No, not saying we look exhausted, but we're tired of people telling us to smile more and to cheer up. Oh, Lord. This dude at the nail salon looked at me. He's like, you should smile more. Are you upset? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And he's like, oh, you just seem really upset. Like, no, I'm just like, why do I have to be happy all the time? Like, I'm happy inside, but like, do I have to be like, walk around like, hey, oh my God, everybody's so excited. Oh my God, hi. Like, no, I don't fucking have energy for that shit, dude. Just like do my nails.
Same here, and it happened to me tonight. We went out to eat.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm thinking this lady might have been a fan.
I don't know.
Because I've told you all, a lot of the times fans recognize me in public and they just get kind of awkward and don't really know how to approach me. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. I cannot figure out what this was all about. We're sitting there and we're waiting on our food and we're talking. And the table next to us, the lady was bussing the table, and she just whips around out of nowhere and goes, "What did she say?" She said, "You need to stop acting like you're so depressed." And I'm like,
she's like, "You really need to cheer up and not
You need
be so
to cheer
depressed.
up.
There's worse things that could be happening. You see this on my apron? You see this stain right here? This could be you." And he's like looking at her like,
yeah, I'm like,
and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Oh no, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna say to her?" I'm like, "Oh God, please don't make a scene. Don't make a scene."
I'm not processing what the fuck's going on. I'm just staring at this lady like, is this really happening right now? What the fuck? And she goes, "You just better turn that frown upside down." And giggled
And
and
then she went away and we're like,
walked off. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I was so proud of you that you didn't like say anything to her. You're just like, okay. And I'm like, I thought you were gonna like snap on her and be like, can I help you? Or like, I thought you were gonna say something like totally ass-ish.
If
and
I,
was like,
if I would have been like thinking, like understanding what was going on, but the lady bussing the table next to us, we're in the middle of a conversation. She just whips around, blurting in the middle of our conversation. You don't need to be acting like you're so depressed. You're sitting here looking all depressed.
Sitting like, you were like super slouched over the table and you were like this. But we were like in deep thought, like thinking of what we were gonna do.
Yeah, we're talking about our plans.
Yeah, and then
next week.
We were like really in deep thought, and that's when she's like, and then yeah, it was funny.
But
and
no,
like,
whoever said that we look exhausted, we are exhausted. Usually by this time of night, we're winding down. Okay, maybe we could. I don't know. Do you feel like chatting in the morning after we wake up? We get our energy going, and we wake up. We get our coffee in us. We get woke up. First thing we do, she sits down at her computer, starts doing emails. I turn the camera on and start doing videos. Bam, first thing in the morning. And then that's our energy, most of our energy right there. And hopefully, like on a day like today, it would be nice if they all went this smooth, but they don't always go that smooth, where I just did all my videos, including my YouTube, my all signs video, and then all my personal readings back to back to back to back to boom, 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 boom. Did not get up from my table over there. Just bam, knocked them all out. And by the time I got up, I'm so fucking drained. I'm like, So then we had all these errands to run, and yeah, we just got back in. So yeah, we are exhausted. We are. That's one of the reasons why we do these chats late at night when we're winding down. We're a little bit exhausted, but to me, it just feels better than first thing in the morning. I don't know. Like I said, we don't have a schedule. We're just gonna try to start fitting these chats in whenever we can. Really, you know.
He's gonna knock it over again.
Spare. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, dude? Hey.
This is when they start getting hyper. Hey, I'm hyper. Where's my baby? Oops. Can you guys hear the music? Oh my goodness. Anyways, that was like an awkward 30 seconds of a cat dance.
Yeah.
My baby. He's gonna get it again. He's gonna knock over your light. Yes, my baby.
It's getting hyper.
Yes, they
Have
are
they had
getting...
their treats, their night treats yet?
Accidentally gave it to him at noon-ish because they were crying.
You accidentally gave it to them at noon because they were crying.
Because they didn't eat their breakfast, so I felt bad. So I gave them a lot of treats. Oh, I got their treats and I mixed it in with their food so they would like to trick them to eat their food.
Does it work?
A little bit, yeah. But they were still hungry and they were crying for more in the kitchen, so I gave them some of their little treat soups. Should we feed them again tonight?
It's up to you. You're the feeder. You're the one that thinks that their dry food is sufficient.
All our cats, all they eat are dry food, treats, and we get them the soup. They're like little soups and they're like lickable treats for cats. That's all they eat. That's all they like to eat. So I don't know. We've tried all kinds of brands of wet food. They're picky.
But they beg. Like every morning, I'm normally the first one up, more often than not. and I go out, and the first thing I do is I go straight out to the kitchen, and I'm start making the coffee, and I'm putting the coffee in the coffee pot, and then these two cats run straight out to the kitchen and intertwine themselves around my legs, so you can like barely move. They're begging for food, you know, and then
They're starving.
with wet food. So they have the big gravity feeders with dry food and a big gravity feeder full of water. Well, we still feed them wet food, but they cry for it, and beg for it, and then when we give it to them, they just look at it and then get all snobby.
And then they bury it.
Yeah, they start like doing the scratchy thing like they're burying it. And it's like, well, what the fuck were you crying and begging for? It's like, it's the same.
Know, but it breaks my heart.
It's the same deal every single morning. They come cry, we give it to them, they don't like it. Then they come cry, we give it to them again, they don't like it again. Then they come cry again, we give it to them again, they don't like it again. What are they expecting? Like,
I don't know. They want their lickable treats. I guess that's all they want are treats. I mean, is that bad? Are they gonna die if all we give them are treats?
No, it's just no. They would die if you tried to supplement that for their food.
Well,
they have that dry food, baby.
They love their dry food.
They get all the dry food in the world that they want. They are not malnourished cats by any stretch of the imagination at all. So you give them all the damn treats you want, all it's gonna do is make them fat. They turn into some little fat asses.
Oh, I want to give them a little bit of milk. That's a good idea.
Okay, and we got tuna. Dude, they don't eat
like
tuna.
Tuna.
What? These are fucking cats from Mars, dude. Where the hell are these cats
They're
from?
picky.
They're not picky about dry food, though, which is cool. We can put whatever kind of dry food out there, and they nom the hell out of some dry food.
Milk makes their poop stink bad. That's
Makes
Jenny
their poop
said.
stink? Oh, milk makes their poop stink?
Bad. Yeah.
Couldn't lay on your cards. Yeah, well, not quite so much, because now my area, here, I'll show you my area. You all know my area. That's my area right over there. And you see I have very, very little space for them to like really jump up. And I got my tripods and all that stuff. And my light actually is right there, but it's usually up there.
You're showing our messy kitchen.
But it's whatever, it's not messy. A couple things out of place. But anyway, no, if I have a big area, yeah, they will come and lay all over the cards. Cats love tarot cards, but they don't really up there because there's not really a way for them to get in there, you know?
No, Jenny, our kitchen's not messy.
No.
Just stuff on the counter.
It isn't messy. Her Virgo moon is so fucking mean when it comes to cleaning shit. Couple things out of place. There's a couple of water bottles on
Because you always put, look, there's clearly a trash can right there, and then you put empty water bottles on the counter.
They're not empty.
That one is, I can see it.
Oh, well, who cares? It's a water bottle. It's not messy. All the dishes are done. All the dishes are put away. There are no dirty dishes in the sink. The counters are clean and wiped down. There's just a few things out of place. It's not messy at all. Tayro, what you doing, boy?
I'm gonna go to bed. Or, like, lay down.
You lay down. Want to play some Grand Theft Auto? Play some Xbox? Or you want to watch TV?
I watch TV.
Alrighty. All right, y'all. It's over an hour. 67 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Greatly appreciate y'all, again, tuning in and listening to us blab and run our mouths. Again, no set schedule on these chats. We'll get one in whenever we feel like it. So we will see y'all sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. All right? Have a good one.
Bye.